Hello and welcome back to more Slay the Spire. We were playing Ironclad on A10. After the newest nerfs to the character, I'm still enjoying him a lot, but it is just so wild not seeing bloodletting that it definitely requires some adjustment. And I'm excited to go through that. So, this is going to be more of an overexplained run. We're fighting Lagavulin and Matriarch. I feel like last time, last overexplained run I started in a Matriarch too, but generally when you're fighting this boss, you're just looking for scaling. So normally in Act 1, you're just trying to survive. This boss literally gives you 3 whole turns to set up. So you just want stuff that lets you set up. I think it's a pretty straightforward check, but I think this boss is cool because it just is there to make sure you're looking at the boss. Because if you're not planning for it and you take like just a bunch of angers, you're just gonna die going into this boss. So this boss really is just a check that you're looking at what you're about to fight, and that you can plan ahead. So we want stuff that gives us scaling and like, you know, how well can you make use of 3 full turns before the boss attacks you, which is cool. There's like, I just like the different characteristics that each boss has. We also want some like relics, so that's why we're pathing into elites if we can. And this is a kind of a nice path. We do have 1 hard combat. Oh, I can go this way. So the reason for taking events, like the reason for pathing into an event here, isn't because the event is necessarily great. It's because this will be a hard fight. The first 3 combats are easy, in Act 1 anyway. After that, they get much, much harder. So you kind of want to like, the first 3 are fine taking. After that, it gets so hard that it's just better to basically take elites instead of these combats because they're similar in difficulty and elites you can plan ahead. And so if you're taking 3 elites, we know what those 3 elites are going to be. We don't know which order we're going to fight them. But then you can plan ahead, because one's going to be all the eels, one's going to be Skulking Colony, one's going to be Terror Eel. We can plan for that. We could take Neo's Sacrifice, get an Ambergris, and a Guilty. That can let us get through with full health. I don't think that's that necessary. Lagavulin and Matriarch is one of the elites, or the bosses that you can kill without taking any damage. So I don't know if I really need this. I think I'm just going to take the random relic instead. Shuriken. Okay, I mean that is scaling in a sense. We just got to build around it. Which is a little bit difficult, but like now a deck full of angers could beat Lagavulin and Matriarch because you're getting strength every turn. Do I want a ton of events or do I want a fire? Because with the events, I guess I'm still very likely to do a combat. Wait, what the heck? This is 3 events, 3 combats. This is 3 combats, 1 event, and a fire. So I'm trading basically 2 events for combat fire. I think I like that more. Just a little bit more anyway. Okay, you attack for 12. It's like I'm taking 7. Because I was weakened that turn. This turn is a pretty... Let's see. You're not weakening me, so... Bash... Let's see, if I place Strike, it does 9, you go to 12. And then I just kill with 2 strikes. Cool. And that's why you just look at your deck. Know what you're drawing. Sword Boomerang. Very good with Shuriken. However, Uppercut is also really good. Long term, I'd like this more, but you can always find stuff like this. Uppercut is block. It's damage. This is the kind of card that if you play it on Lagavulin Matriarch, it like kind of helps you scale because it just keeps it weak vulnerable for longer. So great card, really good card to use our upgrade on. Okay, next turn I'm drawing a lot of defense. I think I'm just going to hit this one because... Worst case I'm blocking for 10. Right, because I could draw Bash, Strike, Strike, Defend, Defend. And I could just draw all defense and then I'm not killing. Hitting this one lets me weaken it. So I take less damage this turn. And I just kill it, so I don't even have to deal with it. And now I could just triple defend, take no damage here. And I should be able to get through this fight taking no damage, which will then heal us up, which is perfect. Ooh, Vicious. It's too early for a Vicious. I say this a lot, but you need to like figure out when you're playing cards, or when you're taking cards and how much they're going to help you. It is too early, but is my deck strong enough to absorb it? Because the problem with drawing cards is if you don't have anything to do with those cards, like if you're just drawing into basic cards, it's not that good. So Vicious won't be good for us until probably around here, like maybe we path into a shop to buy some cards. That could be okay because it's so good into like Lagavulin Matriarch. The thing that Vicious is particularly good with, and like this is what you need to be thinking about when you're drafting a deck, is like, if I take this, what is it doing? It's not just like drawing cards, what opportunities does it open up for me? And they just changed Expect to Fight, gain energy for each attack in your hand. It doesn't limit you. So now that Bloodletting's that uncommon, we need to get a little creative, but like you can literally just take Uppercut, can I just add Vulnerable? Any card on the Ironclad, right? You could take Thunderclaps, Molten Fist, Bash. All of these attacks that give Vulnerable, and then you would just play Vicious, they draw 2, so they all replace themselves. That's kind of a really strong build. So I'm tempted to just take this anyway. And if we need to path around this, we can, because Vicious, we have a vulnerable card as a start already. This is a really rough opener. Okay, we want to kill this one. Because they advance every turn. This one attacks for the most damage. We can kill this one right now. This dude's gonna wake up. That's okay. But yeah, we're accepting that Vicious is going to be... I guess I will take 3 less damage here. Vicious is going to be long-term a problem. Or long-term really good for us, but short-term a little bit of a liability. And that's okay. Because I think our deck is pretty good and able to handle it. Inferno is just very good. This is a solve no problem. That problem is Phantasmal Gardeners, the like multiple eels. This just does 6 damage every turn. Like you can just kind of block and handle it. I like that. You could also grab Armaments. Upgrade Armaments here could go pretty hard. In fact, maybe that is better. I might be skipping this elite. I basically decided to take Vicious instead of the elite fight. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I'm taking the Inferno. It doesn't need an upgrade. Okay, that is exceptional. We're going to Spiral. So, Spiral Strike is actually pretty good with Shuriken. But I just took Inferno, so we kind of want to stay alive, so I'm going to go Spiral Defend. Even though Spiral Strike is good with Shuriken, Spiral Defend is just such good block that I'm willing to give that up. So now this is a hard fight. You'll notice how much more difficult this fight is than some of the others. Let's see what Colorless Potion offers us. 9 plating or 13 block and a retain. I'm going to go... Let's see. I'm going to go 13 block and a retain because I really want to play Inferno. And we got to kill this guy. And I can go Bash. Yeah, I'm going to go 13 block retain. I can go Bash, Inferno. Take no damage this turn, and then Uppercut does so much while you're vulnerable. 19. So this blocks for 10. Killing this guy only prevents 8. So this technically prevents more damage. So we do that. Now with Inferno, you're done. We get to bash this guy, and we should be able to clean this up pretty easily. Or just block it. Back for 16, but you're dead. Okay, we get a blood potion. That'll be really helpful. Maybe I can just handle the elite. Oh, we get an uppercut. Second uppercut goes hard. I would like them to be upgraded. But once we get Vicious going, it's going to really pop off. But again, we're not we don't need card draw yet. So there's not a lot of purpose in upgrading this. I think we could upgrade the defend or the uppercut and be okay either way. If we're particularly scared of the eels, we could upgrade Inferno. But there's only a 33% chance that we're fighting I call them the eels, but the Phantasmal Gardeners. And I think with some other stuff we'll be okay. I think I want to upgrade this defend. It's cheaper, so I'm more likely to play it than the uppercuts. And let's jump in. We have 2 potions. Okay, we do fight this. So the defend was the correct upgrade. Full block. Okay, Inferno's pretty good. Inferno, I think I will Beetlejuice. So you're going to do this, small attack, and then buff. So this will prevent hits on all 3 of those. And you're going to be weak Vul next turn. Okay, I will defend then. We weaken. We block this. Next turn is the scary turn, but hopefully we draw our replay. Plus we've shrunk you. And we don't take any damage. Man, it feels good. Perfect blocking that turn. And this is just the power of potions, really. Wait, you're still small? Does Beetlejuice work for an extra turn beyond what I thought? Because that's kind of ridiculous. Okay, well that fight went pretty well. We get a Happy Flower. Stampede. Oh, dude. Stampede with uppercut goes so hard. That solves kind of my energy problem. We also do have Happy Flower, so I probably could play it. But Stampede is the kind of thing that's so good into Lagavulin and Matriarch, right? Then we can set up like Stampede with Vicious. Now we have something to do. Because the problem with Vicious before is like you'd play uppercut, you have no energy. But now, if we play uppercut and draw into another uppercut, we can play it for free off Stampede. That's just kind of beautiful. So we take Stampede. Please don't be a fight. Thank goodness. Oh. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Steady with Stampede. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Enchant 2 cards with Steady, which gives it Retain. Retain is ridiculous. You've never played with it, it's very good. We could put it on both of our uppercuts. Not only are these cards pretty good, like, defensive cards, because you can make them weak on, like, a pivotal turn, but now, if we draw them, like, before Stampede, or, like, sometimes Stampede is going to hit strikes instead. Just by retaining it, we can basically save card draw for when we need it. We can save block, we can save vulnerable, and, like, a big hit. Like, eventually we'll hit it off Stampede. So that seems awesome. And I just don't take a shot this act. It's kind of interesting. I can take this path. Is that good? I think it's good. Do it. Uppercut. Uppercut. Double retain uppercuts. Alright, take the shot. Strike dummy. That's actually quite good. Okay. Heavy Flower strike dummy. It's like, it's pretty good damage. Not like the most impactful, but again, every little bit helps. So this elite. This one's gonna be a little bit tough. But I have a blood potion. I think we'll be okay. I was more worried about the last one. This is the fight I was hoping for, because now we can play Stampede for free, and this is just going to be played. So it's kind of beautiful. Play that, play strike. Oh, Stampede's also really good at triggering Shuriken. Wait, that's kind of perfect. So I can go... Does Bash, Strike, Strike, Uppercut stagger? I think it might. I also think my phone just died, so I can't do the math. So it's 8 plus... I'm actually going to charge my phone. Hang on. Oh, dude, we absolutely stagger here. I think it's worth it. We even gain a strike off Shuriken, but like that's huge damage. Normally you don't want to stagger when he has Vigor, but... I mean, I could do this. And then just like any attack next turn, we're fine. And Vicious makes it so likely we can draw them. Okay, I think that was very nearly a perfect elite fight. And this is what we talked about, right? We need scaling. This is our way of getting scaling. A pommel. More card draw. So the beauty of Retain is the more you can cycle through your deck, like this will just be in your hand. It's like preserving card draw essentially. So card draw goes well with Retain because you'll always be able to keep this for a later turn once you redraw it. So you could take Pommel. I think I'm just gonna take Pommel. Bloodwall with Inferno. Wait a second. Bloodwall with Inferno is like a unique answer to the upcoming elite fight, which we know is a multi-enemy combat. So actually that's probably the play. This is planning for what the next fight is, which is a bunch of small enemies. This can full block the turn, and also if we have active Inferno, it will hit all of them for 6. That's better for now. Let's go here and upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade Inferno because we know what the next elite fight is. It's gonna be challenging. So doing 9 damage instead of 6 is pretty significant there. The Clam. Okay. You do 8. I think I'm just gonna play all of my cards and get a Shuriken. This fight can be pretty challenging. But now it's kind of over. I got the Shuriken, I did a ton of damage. Yeah. Without Shuriken, that wouldn't have killed there. Now I can drink the Blood Potion to make room for the Swift Potion. Get a Primal Force. Interesting. I can, the problem with Primal Force is it will turn my uppercuts with Retain into rocks. They did just buff it though, so the rocks do 20 damage. Right, because the current game plan is to use Stampede with Retain uppercuts to kill. So if I have uppercuts in hand that I haven't played, Primal Force will turn those into rocks. I think the rocks will have steady, which is, I guess, worth something. I mean, it's really good with strikes. I'm gonna try it. It's new. I don't know if this is necessarily optimal. We'll take an event here. Ooh, upgrade 2 random cards or remove a card from your deck. I will upgrade 2 random. Good enough. Alright, we know what this fight is. We've planned for it. And I'm actually going to Swift Potion to try and hit our Inferno if I can. I cannot. But now actually the rocks are kind of helpful. Yeah, it loses steady? What? Okay, that's inconsistent. They've had other things that it keeps steady with. Anyway, rock. And rock. So we take no damage. Still no Inferno, but I can play Stampede. Kill this one. Okay, you hit the wrong dude, but the retain here is really nice. So we bottom decked Inferno, and I get just so many comments about people like, what do I do if I don't draw all my good cards? You know, you make your deck resilient so you have multiple plans. Inferno was our best game plan against this. We're still totally fine in this fight. I think that's sort of the beauty of it. So we're going to kill... I am full blocked. Okay, I'm just going to hit this dude. And then we're going to play Uppercut. Here, Inferno's going to kill this guy. Boom, and then we just draw rocks. Or we just kill. And that fight went really well as well. Self-forming clay is just a good relic. It's good with the Inferno that we have. We have Unrelenting now. Unrelenting with Stampede is kind of cool. Although, kind of bad too, right? Actually, yeah, kind of bad. Because if you play Unrelenting, Stampede will take the free play. If you play Unrelenting off of Stampede, it works. Right, we could go Unrelenting card and then play something off Stampede. But they don't draw cards, right? We're going to upgrade Vicious. Suddenly these uppercuts are all going to be filling our hand. And I do like that. I think I need a little bit more block. The only block card I've taken is Blood Wall. Take a Shrug. We go here. We get to upgrade the Vicious. And now we will start popping off. Pretty rough turn 1. I guess I'm waking up this turn most likely. Because I'm going to play Stampede for sure. So that's fine. That's fine. So we drew into our other uppercut with that one, which is kind of awesome. I could just play Primal Force now. I kind of like that. I'm going to play Uppercut, draw into Primal Force, and then get rid of all of these cards. Make them just rocks. So that's 2 played. We're going to play the 3rd rock for free. And that's so much damage. This is the scaling we talked about, right? We get good attacks. The attacks will draw us cards. Play Uppercut for free, which weakens you, which is a sense of block. Just throw some rocks at you. I guess I didn't need to play... Right, I would have played that rock for free, but it doesn't really matter. Here is our Uppercut into a rock. That's Luggable and Matriarch. Done. Ooh... Okay, Crimson Mantle, Barricade Thrash. Mantle with Self-Forming Clay. With Inferno, like, that just solves Act 2. Right now, what is our deck struggling with? It's multi-enemy combats. Crimson Mantle gives us... multi-enemy combats in a block plan, right? Crimson Mantle gives us repeatable block, absurd with Self-Forming Clay, and it lets Inferno double trigger, which helps us solve multi-enemy combats. So now... we have really good single enemy stuff with uppercuts and Primal Force. And this just solves our multi-enemy combats so easily. Oh, and now I can take Pale's Blood. Don't really need Pale's Flesh because I have Stampede. And the Stampede is like an energy relic in a sense. We have Stampede and we have Happy Flower. I also don't think I need Goopy Defends because Crimson Mantle like solves that. So I'm going to take Pale's Blood. Extra card draw again, it makes your deck effectively smaller. It normally would have taken us 4 turns to draw every card in our deck because you draw 5 per turn. Now we're drawing 24 cards in 4 turns, so we draw like an extra hand of cards every cycle, which just makes it even more likely we can find Uppercut, and with Vicious we can like start popping off So we're really just looking for energy, which, you know, bloodletting at uncommon definitely makes that more challenging. So I think expect a fight at this point is probably the best thing we could ask for. And we're strong enough to take elites for sure. We'll get elite shop so we can go this way. Oh, this way's better. Again, the reason why it's better is just because these events make it less likely we take so many hard combats. Act 2, the hard pull fights there's only 2 of them, or the easy pull fights, there's only 2. So at the very least, we do a hard combat here. And they're much harder in Act 2. Okay, this turn... I mean, we gotta play Stampede. We only miss out on 1 defend here, and literally transforming them into rocks doesn't matter, but it's more fun, so... Okay, there's Inferno Blood Wall, which I think I will do. So this is a combo that I took to solve another fight, but it's still really good here. Because we're not, like, it's just generally useful. And now I get my Crimson Mantle a little bit late. But eventually we'll do fights that last long enough where that matters. Currently it doesn't. We don't need Rage, like we kind of have block figured out. Inferno, Crimson Mantle, Blood Wall, and Self-Forming Clay is our block plan. Now we're just really looking for, wow. Hang on. It's gotta be draw cards on a power. What power am I playing every time? Stampede is not upgraded yet, so it's not going to be that one. I think it's going to be... Crimson Mantle is the one I'm most likely... No, Inferno's the one I'm playing every time, because it does front-loaded damage, like if I can lose life in the same turn. It's also just so good with Self-Forming Clay. Okay, Vicious. Blood Wall. You get to retain the uppercut. You take my Giga Inferno, and I hate you for that. Okay, we're gonna Stampede. Do I think these would be better as rocks? I don't think so. The fact that they transform and don't keep this feels like a bug. Not the biggest fan of that. I do have Vicious. I'm actually gonna Vuln Potion. Wow. Alright. That's not good. I was hoping to draw into an attack, but drawing all my good defense means next turn is gonna kinda be rough. But I do draw Shrug. I will make sure I get weakened down, although I could go Strike, 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 and then I get weakened for free. No, I'm going to make sure I get weakened down. Check for 17, so I block. And now we're fine. Now we can turn these into big rocks. Because you die. Okay, Explosive Ampule. Also an answer against Decimillipede. I will take the Inferno that draws me 2 cards, thank you. None of these really advance my game plan. I will skip them. If True Grit was upgraded, I think I would just take it because it's good. Ooh. I will trade Explosive Ampule for a Relic, retaining my gold. Happy Flower is so good, I'm not getting rid of that. I know this helps against Decimillipede, but we have Inferno for that, and I get a Bowler Hat. Worth. So now this late chop is looking really good. So this is going to be from a harder pool of combats. You'll notice there's an extra cockroach. That type of thing seems insignificant, but it matters a lot. I'm being attacked for a lot. I'm gonna play a Dex Potion. Actually, do I need it? I have an Elite coming up. Maybe Dex Potion's better there, because it's gonna block for a lot. Stampede, I guess I Primal Force. It doesn't really matter. But we're taking some hits here. Literally 1 damage, which is actually better because then I get to block next turn. There's the Inferno. So I'm going to play Crimson Mantle. And I'm just going to try and block. And you're going to see how much damage Inferno plus Crimson Mantle does next turn. They're at 26. Now they're at 8. I could play Blood Wall, but I think... Actually, yeah, Blood Wall works. Take 2. Kill this one, and then we're gonna Stampede the other one. That's why we took the Crimson Mantle. It just trivializes that fight completely. Do I want to headbutt? Not really. I want to draw through my deck. I don't want to repeat stuff, because really we're looking for powers. Like Stampede, Inferno, Crimson Mantle. And until we find those powers, this card isn't that useful. Go here. We're gonna finally... I really want to upgrade these uppercuts, but I think Stampede upgrade's more important for now. Because that card is kind of the backbone of our deck. Less good here. Less good here. Let's go Crimson Mantle. I can Dex Potion to take less damage, but with Crimson Mantle I think I can save the Dex Potion. Self-forming Clay Crimson Mantle just blocks for so much. Okay, so I'm basically full blocked. Do I want to turn these into rocks? They do a lot more damage if I do that. Next turn with Vicious. Probably not a good idea to turn these into rocks. Okay, there we go. No Stampede. But that's okay. I can uppercut next turn, so you're weak when you're trying to attack. And I don't see a reason to not play this. Cool. And now I think we're fine. Well, fine. Oh, no, you're just dead anyway. Okay, that fight was a little bit harder than anticipated. Bronze scale's a little bit late. That's okay. Do I want to shrug? These card rewards have not been great. I feel like I've seen Body Slam Molten Fist every time. I just want more stuff to survive. Shrug's pretty bad into the Dorito Elite. It's okay with a Dex Potion. I guess I'll take it, because I'm probably going to be using a Dexterity Potion in this fight. It's not as bad. Gorget's really good. That helps a lot. Okay, so we take an Elite. 39 HP. Decimillipede we have answers to. The spikes help a lot. And we also have an answer to the other guy. Again, bottom decking the Inferno. This might be a Dexterity Potion fight. I think it is. $10, $14, so I'm still taking damage. Playing these to not take damage off the Blood Wall. Just trying to wait until I can find the Inferno, basically. Still haven't. Here's our Stampede, that helps. How much do I care about Vicious? Not a lot. I think I'm going to turn all these into rocks. Just because we need to do damage. Yeah, bottom decking both Inferno and Crimson Mantle is pretty rough. Wow, literally bottom deck it completely is rough, but I do have Vicious, so we can get through this. Wait, do I have Vicious? I did not play the Vicious. Okay. I have Stampede though, so I can play Strike Strike and get Uppercut for free. It's not going to hit necessarily what I want though is the problem. We'll start here. And here. Yeah, we'll go Strike Strike into Uppercut. That gives us a strength bonus, and we did full block this turn. I don't know about bottom decking the Inferno though. That's going to be tough to handle. Okay, Defend Plus is really good though. And Shrug. Handles it. And now Inferno should just kill at the start of our turn. Beautiful. Okay, that fight was definitely tougher than expected. Ooh, Ornamental Fan has great synergy with Shuriken. Both want us to play a bunch of attacks. There's the Bloodletting! We finally done it. We have finally done it. Okay, we're gonna rest, tragically. That fight was harder than I thought. But getting Ornamental Fan is definitely worth that difficulty. We get a doll. I don't want Bing Bong. I'm happy with any other one, so I'm going to take 5 HP here. Mr. Struggles is fine, I guess. Reason we don't want Bing Bong is like, I don't know. We want to be able to pick and choose our cards. There's a lot of events that give us curses and stuff like that. I just want Mr. Struggles. Take a shop. 400 gold in a pocket watch. Wow. Second Stampede as well, and 1-2 Punch. Hang on. So, there's a lot of cool stuff happening here. 1-2 Punch. With Uppercut, with Vicious, draws 4 cards. That's absurd. It's also a lot of damage. So, I like this a lot. I like Pocket Watch a lot. That gives us... We don't play that many cards in a turn, typically anyway. Stampede does kind of mess with that, but if we have Stampede active, we're not in a bad position. Like, you saw the Decimillipede fight, bottom decking the Inferno. We did it in both of our multi-enemy elite fights, by the way. And we're still okay. But with Pale's Blood and with Pocket Watch, we can make that impossible. So before it was just unlucky, but we can make it literally impossible, and impossible is much better than unlikely. I like 1-2 Punch a lot, so I'm going to take that. I love Pocket Watch. That's all we can afford. I'm almost wondering if I skip this elite. Without a potion, it's a little bit sketchy, and I would like to upgrade it this fire. I'm actually going to skip it. It's just, like, we could probably do it. I'm going to skip this as well. I know it would be good, but... The gold with bowler hat's actually good too. I want to make sure I can get through the crab. There are some draw orders. Actually, not anymore with Pocket Watch. There are almost no draw orders that can cause us problems. 47 HP is a little bit low. But I do have the Bloodletting. I'm deciding if I rest or not. Rest is very conservative, but I think probably just correct. My block isn't amazing. This might be too conservative. But we'll see. So I can go... Problem is double defend actually will trigger Pocket Watch. But this blocks for 16, so that's 20. And I really want to Pocket Watch. I guess I'll just turn this way. So we full block. Draw extra cards so I can get my powers online sooner. There's the Vicious. Okay, let's have some fun, shall we? Beautiful. I'm just going to accept the hit because getting Stampede down is so important. And make all these big rocks. Wait, Stampede is a liability, isn't it? It turns you a random direction. I forgot about that. Maybe that was a mistake. Okay, let's get our powers online. Yeah, Stampede turns you a random direction. I don't know about that. 1, 2. Crimson Mantle will be really good next turn. Ah, but it turned me around. Thanks, Stampede. This turn's terrifying, though. But I can go 1-2 punch. This uppercut. Probably hit a bloodletting, hopefully. Yeah. Oh! Bloodletting? I'm very worried about turning the wrong direction here. Like, I can 1-2 punch a bash. Roll into some stuff, but I think I'm just going to play as much block as possible, and I might turn the wrong direction, so I need to be prepared for that. But I don't. They really, I hope maybe they changed it so you don't change directions, because that would be perfect. 19. You attack for 25. You can draw a Primal Force. Turn these into rocks. I am full blocking, so turn the strike into a rock. You can turn directions, but that one was actually fine. And now we just block this turn. 1, 2. We're gonna play an attack for free that will let us pocket watch. Okay, I think resting was way too conservative, but that's okay. Holy. Fill my hand. Holy. Yeah, I shouldn't have rested. That's okay. Dark Embrace, Stoke, and a Cascade. Cascade is very good. It's just like extra card draw. But we have a lot of 2-cost cards, right? Uppercut, uppercut. We got some powers. The problem with Cascade is Primal Force is a little bit sketchy. Dark Embrace. Dark Embrace pairs with Vicious to be a pretty good card draw engine, but I don't have any exhaust. So we're not going to take that. Stoke is just generally quite good. But again, doesn't synergize with anything we have. So I'm going to grab the Cascade. We'll just have to plan around Primal Force a little bit. Okay, Fiddle buff is wild. 3 random curses and 3 apparitions. I think I want Music Box. Ethereal copy of attacks. I mean, I can make Ethereal Rocks. More uppercuts with Vicious goes so hard. Try Music Box. Fiddle's pretty bad with our game plan of, like, draw your deck every turn. So we'll do this. That lets, like, literally just 1-2 punch into uppercut. Draw like 7 cards or something. So we want fires. We're fighting Test Subject and Queen. So Test Subject we might need a little bit better of a block plan as well. We'll keep that in mind. And with Bowler Hat, a later shop is a good asset too. So later shop into fires makes this tempting. There's another fire. I could just take a bunch of events to get there. Sounds good. Sounds good. So we're looking for energy. I mean, really, wow. Okay, power. 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 Got a 50-50. Or I could just make it be a rock. Let's take the 50-50. Yeah, Bash there is so good. Okay. Inferno helps. I can get an Ethereal Uppercut, which I'm going to do. Because I could play it. I do not. But now we get Pocket Watch, draw my deck. Let's go. Uppercut will draw too many cards for me, currently. Now it will replace itself and then the Ethereal Copy. Holy cow. There's too many cards. But it's fun, so we do it. That's so many cards. 17. I'm full blocking. Let's play Cascade. Okay, definitely full blocking. Yeah, dude, Vicious is a ridiculous card. Okay, full potion slots. Do I want a Flame Barrier? It's hard to say no to upgraded cards. So I will take it. It's good into Test Subject, specifically. And it is upgraded. It also goes well with Pocket Watch, costing 2. So I like that. Good into this particular fight. Defend. Vicious. Do I need Vicious? Don't know that I do in this particular fight. You guys attack for like 26. Okay, I'll play Vicious. Let's go. Take 1, which lets me self-forming clay. I could play Cascade. Definitely going here. That'll draw me some cards. We get another uppercut. Oh my god, dude. Weaken this dude. Can play Stampede. Or I could just block. Take 2. Man, our draw, we really wanted Flame Barrier for this fight. So our draws in this, like, run have been pretty rough, but overall it's still just not that big of a deal. We hit our Cascade. I will Crimson Mantle this turn. That'll do 18 damage to all of them at the start of the turn. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Forgotten Ritual. If you exhausted a card, gain energy. Tragically, I'm not exhausting cards. I will take a Bloodwall Plus. That's good block, good with Inferno, good with Pocket Watch, and good with Cascade now that I can... Like, the more 2s I can hit off Cascade, the more energy value you can get out of this card. It's just kind of perfect. Also, good into the Queen. The problem with the Queen sometimes is if you don't have card draw, you can be kind of locked out. I think I want Colorless Potion over Explosive Ampule as well. And so, having like a one just strong card you can play and be like, I'm okay this turn, is quite nice into the Queen. Even though she does make you frail. Also good into this fight. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to Pocket Watch or do I want to do 20 more damage? I think I want to Pocket Watch. -2 strength isn't that big of a deal. So I have Vicious active. I'm being attacked for a lot. Cascade has a lot of good hits. Defend only blocks for 6. I'm gonna see what this Colorless Potion offers first. Quite like Eternal Armor for free. And I'm thinking I just want a Cascade. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Because now, block for 12. So 15 plus 12 is 27. I'm being attacked for 27. So we just go Stampede. That triggers more block, more shuriken, all that stuff. Again, bottom deck the Inferno. Literally every combat. Doesn't matter so much. Strike. That way I get to bash this dude. You take my dexterity, but we generally don't care. I think 2 rocks will just kill, but you can also just do this. We get the other retain uppercut. I mean, it's kind of a sick loop, right? You just uppercut, draw the card, draw the uppercut. Kind of sick. Rupture. Well now, that gives us ridiculous scaling with Crimson Mantle Inferno and Bloodletting. I will take a Rupture. It's not upgraded, which is really sad. I have to use even more of my fires to upgrade it. And I get a combat here. Tragic. That's okay. Weak. Block. Tragically, you cannot retain the Ethereal Uppercut. Holy cow. Look at this beauty of Pocket Watch, though. So we're going to go Rupture into Inferno. Will let me Bloodletting to gain strength and all that. And I can go Shrug, Shrug. Stampede. Was hoping for a weekend, but now I guess Uppercut will be really good this turn. It'll be really good this turn. I have so many upgrades I need, but we get to keep you weak next turn during your big hit, which is pretty important. And I get to Pocket Watch. No, I don't, because of Stampede. That's okay. You're weak. You only attack for 27. It's not that big of a deal. You're full blocking. I was really trying to play it out so I could hit bash there, but forgot I made an ethereal card. Oh, dude. Okay, vicious, bloodletting. 1-2 punch the uppercut. It's beautiful. Another uppercut. Hang on. Is that too many? I don't think so. Taunt is also just pretty good. Taunt with Vicious is just 1 energy block, draw 2. Maybe Taunt is better. It is a lot of... I mean, Uppercut's... It's one of the better cards in my deck, by far. Very good into both Test Subject and Queen. It is an attack that I'm pretty happy to copy. I think I'm gonna grab the taunt though. Alright, don't be a combat. Dude! So, wow. The odds of this being a combat is 10%. And every time you get an event that is a combat, it resets the odds. The odds of this being a combat is 10%. So, we had a 1% chance of both of these being combats. It's pretty rough, to be honest. We are just gonna try and Pocket Watch, I guess. And I'm gonna hit this dude. I'm gonna let the strike go away as well. So we gain a strength. We Pocket Watch. Yeah, we've had really bad luck in this run. All of our answers that we fought were on the bottom. Everything else, like, I get a lot of comments from people saying, Caleb, can you show unlucky runs? And it's like, a lot of runs look lucky if you, like, have good deck building and stuff. But, like, we have been objectively pretty unlucky in many things. And it's balanced, right? We've gotten lucky in other things, too. Like, starting with Shuriken's good, our relics are pretty good. So there's, like, a trade-off, but it's like we started kind of going into self-damage with self-forming clay stuff. Like, you build around your relics. Okay, Crimson Mantle's good. Big attack for so much. Let me draw and see what that offers. Vicious. Block for a lot. Me attack for 32 and I'm blocking for 27. This will help next turn. And I'm going to play Vicious. But I'm going to keep Uppercut as it is. The Thorns help. This turn's going to be scary, though. There's the Inferno. Okay, not completely bottom decked, finally. Still bottom deck the Bloodletting, though. Yeah, I don't love this. So I can Cascade. I have a 50% chance of hitting Bloodletting. What's the worst hits? Worst hits would be Bash Defend. Flame Barrier would be quite good. I'm gonna go for it. Literally Bash Defend. Okay, well. I'm gonna see if I can potion then. We had such a good shot. Any other combination of these would have gone very well. I'm gonna Tropic Brew. Put a card from your discard into your hand. It's free to play this turn. Blood Wall. So I'm being attacked for a lot. Oh, I could Potion of Binding. I have Vicious. I like that. Because now I can do this. Into Blood Wall or Flame Barrier? Blood Wall. Still take 7, but we get out of it. Well, allegedly we get out of it. Uppercut does 15. I will draw. Go Bloodletting. Uppercut. Woof. Okay, that fight was really rough. Really, really rough. Again, shouldn't have even happened. 1% chance of that. Taunt upgraded is nice. I'll take upgraded taunt. Okay, we get a fire. It's gonna be fire, shot, fire, which is so nice. Upgraded Cascade is quite nice. Upgraded 1-2 punch can go hard. Somehow have not found the time to upgrade those either. But I'm gonna do Cascade first. Okay, we have vulnerable for a long time now. Let's hit the shop. Start of each combat, add a card in your hand. It's free. That one's good. We can get a second Vicious. Oh, Nunchaku. Nunchaku is a pretty good energy source. I think I want to buy this blood potion as well because we're a little bit low on HP and I have to fight an elite somewhere. Nunchaku is a great energy source though. I'm going to take that one. It's good with 1-2 punch. It's good with like everything in our deck. We just need to figure out now how are we beating the bosses. If we're fighting Aeon Glass, probably just buy Second Wind. Liquid Memories is quite good. I wish I could just drink this. Vicious is okay. None of these have artifacts, so it's not that big of a deal. And it would let us draw like an obscene amount of cards. I could get Discovery, which can find anything. I think I just want the Blood Potion. It's likely to be better than a Skill Potion. And then I'm just going to drink it right now. And then buy Heart of Iron. That's the play. Let's go here, and I think we just rest. I mean, there's a lot of upgrades. 1-2 punch upgrade in particular would go so hard. So that could be helpful. I'm a little bit worried. We haven't gotten as many upgrades as I would have liked. Mostly because this kind of goes back to resting before the crab fight. If I had just upgraded then, you know, I'd have an upgraded uppercut, which can help a lot. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade. Rupture is also pretty valuable. This just doubles my scaling over the course of a fight. I can also just upgrade an uppercut, which stacking weak for multiple turns is very good into both of these. But I'm gonna do this because it's so good with Nunchaku, and if I can 1-2 punch an uppercut, it's kind of like the uppercut got upgraded, and I know if I can get the energy for it off stuff like Nunchaku, we can stack a lot of weak vulnerable because we can get an ethereal copy of it and play it again. Seems pretty good. Okay. 16 block. Plus 12. Plus Cascade. That doesn't let me pocket watch. How much do I care about that? I don't care that much. Because basically, playing Cascade gets me through 2 cards in my deck. This would draw 3, but the thing is, Pocket Watch plays those cards, which is also very impactful. Okay. All these regular comments are destroying me. Also, the one that has the lowest health is the only one not attacking. It do be like that. Okay. A lot of things I can get back. Bloodwall seems like the most tempting. Let's start with a shrug. Okay, upgraded Bloodwall, I don't mind. How much am I being attacked for? My phone is still dead. We go to the calculator. I'm being attacked for 44. This isn't even the elite, by the way. So, I need to use a potion. Heart of Iron will put me at 1041, so I'd still lose max HP. But then I'm kind of got an answer for next turn. I guess I'll do that. This fight is not going to be easy for a while. But I lose some max HP. Mr. Struggles, save me. Wow, bottom deck the Inferno again. Every multi-enemy combat fight on the bottom. Let's go ahead and try and draw into it. I don't. Okay, then I can go Bloodletting. And I think at this point I could probably just Primal Force and kill most of them. 21, so you're dead. You're dead. And then double defend blocks for slightly more than just killing this guy. I think I'm okay if I just go taunt Giant Rock. The Inferno we kill with strikes. Nunchaku at 6 will be helpful. Okay, they're all upgraded, but they're not very good. Anger's okay with Nunchaku, actually. It's also interesting with Music Box, I'll get a lot of copies of Anger. It's actually kind of interesting with Nunchaku, kind of a Nanbo with Pocket Watch. I think I like it. Alright, let's take an elite. Hopefully this is not a fight. This one I'm a little bit wary of, but I do have uppercut. So we can go Stampede, Bloodwall, and hope for the best. This lets me pocket watch. And I do get the uppercut down, so I don't take any damage. Now I pocket watch. Turns a little bit more fun. Go vicious. I don't mind getting Ethereal Anger. That will let me get energy off of the uppercut. Or off the strike even. Up to 2. Let me cascade. Then I'll play uppercut for free, and that seems okay. Or I could try and go bigger. I can bloodletting into uppercut. Actually, let's do that. I don't hit anything. Tragic. Okay. Flame, you're attacking for 40. Flame barrier is good. I have vicious, so I can start with taunt. Rupture and bash on top. Let's block. Still taking a fairly big hit, right? This is 30, so playing this would prevent 10 damage. It's probably worth it. So we're going to Liquid Memories back the uppercut. Then I'm going to 1-2 punch the uppercut. So I'm full blocking this. I could play Bloodletting. I probably want to. And I'd really like to keep Nunchaku, but I don't think I can, really. I guess I just play a lot of little strikes. Let's try and draw. Okay, I will play Strike. And then we'll play Bash. Wow. Oh, with Inferno, and Nunchaku stays at 9. Great. We get a potion, we get an anchor that can help. Stone armor goes pretty well with our Gorget. Pretty good into test subject specifically. Take it. Alright, please do not be a combat. Thank you. You're a chest. Kusarigama. Okay, you know what? Some good luck with 3 attack relics stacking up. We gotta rest. Can we do both of these fights? I don't know. This deck is definitely something. Uppercut, though, will give me Nunchaku, because we stacked that up well. I'm going to go Crimson Mantle. Well, I don't want to play the double defend. It gives you too much strength. I can weaken you for next turn. But I think I'm going to go Shrug. Ooh, Stone Armor versus Crimson Mantle. Crimson Mantle's a lot of HP loss. I think for now I'm going to play... Stone Armor is basically +4 block every turn. Crimson Mantle is +7. It does hurt me every turn, which over the course of a long fight could matter. So I'm actually going to play this. I can Crimson Mantle later, once I've gone through my deck once. It might prevent, like, some amount of HP. Of course I draw the Rupture. You attack for 19. So I can uppercut again. I don't have Vicious active. I'm gonna get down to Rupture. And I think I do need to play this Bloodletting. But I guess I Shrug first in case I draw Inferno. I don't. And Uppercut will weaken, which is quite effective. Blocking for 15, so I'm taking 3 currently. I need to do 47 this turn. Which, I can do, actually. Vicious. Stampede, I definitely want to get down. Turn this into a rock. And I can 1-2 punch the rock unless I want the rock in the deck still. Right, because I can go rock, rock. Or I can 1-2 punch the rock and let the exhausted one go away. I think I mean, just 33 damage to a vulnerable enemy. I guess I'll 1-2 punch the rock and let it exhaust. Oh, with Stampede I keep it anyway. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, 11 by 3. So Inferno is good. With Rupture we start scaling. Blood Wall blocks for 21. Plus 5 will be 26. Okay, I like upgraded Blood Wall here. Cascade to see what I hit. I'm gonna play Anger first. If I draw another attack, I like this more than the other ones. Well, actually hitting Anger is not that bad because it did block for me. I take 3. Okay, 11 by 4 is a little bit more of a problem. But Nunchaku's gonna be good and this is gonna draw cards. And I get 1-2 punch. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna have 3 energy. I can 1-2 punch an Anger, I can 1-2 punch an Uppercut. I want to get Crimson Mantle down as well as the problem. What does playing like 4 Giant Rocks look like? I go 1-2 punch Giant Rock. This does 37 damage twice. So 37 times 2, and then I will get energy back so I can do it again. So 37 times 4 is 148. So I guess that's the play. Tragically though, I can't play Crimson Mantle in that case. What does 19 times 4? There's no way. It only does 76. What if I don't? Right, 1-2 punch Giant Rock. That uses all my energy. I get my energy back off Nunchaku. And then I use that energy to play the second Giant Rock. What about 37 times 2? Plus double Anger, which would be 19 times 2? It's 112. Plus Kusari Gamma would do 6. 118? Wow. And then I would Stampede the last one. I think that might actually kill. 1-2 punch the Giant Rock. I get a copy of Giant Rock. I then play Anger twice. Yes, with Stampede that should kill. 1-2 punch, play this. Then play this. Yes, and then I have Stampede, right? So I play a card for free, so that lets me establish Crimson Mantle so I can block next turn. Hopefully we don't play the Uppercut. Great. Because now I can use Uppercut to weaken you on this turn. Allegedly. A lot of Anger's hanging out, but I think that's okay. Because this can give me strength and block. It's a lot of Angers in my deck, though. Let's draw. Eight by 3. Flame Barrier is just about as effective as anything else. Although, no, I want to go Strike so I can play Bash. Yeah. strike, defend. Bash draws me the uppercut and gives me more strength. Mr. Struggles, get him. Okay. Now, I have Nunchaku on 9, which is excellent. Genuinely don't mind just copying this giant rock. Let's bloodletting first. And you're attacking for 45, so I'm gonna block. Okay, copy the rock. Play the copied rock. 45 times 0.75. 33. So uppercut. Does a lot. I could play giant rock to do a lot there too. I think shrug. Looking for 28. That does it. Okay, and I'm going to turn both of these into rocks. So I only have to do 38 damage the next time he wakes up. I just got to beat the queen with 50 HP. Could be worse. There's a lot of angers. We're going to get a lot of strength here. Actually, no. I'm going to pocket watch. I think. I just need to draw any attack. So we're just going to pocket watch. Great. The downside, I guess, is I don't get to advance Nunchaku as far as I would have hoped. Okay, 52 HP. Fighting the queen. How do we feel? I really would like to pocket watch. If I can. So I can get my powers online. Definitely want this going. $18 times 4. You're attacking for 32. Interesting. So I take 10, but then I get to pocket watch. I will play one attack here. Let it go away. Take 10. Crimson Mantle plus self-forming clay. We get the vicious down, which is so important in this fight. Great. Part of me wants to just bloodletting a cascade and try and hit a lot of good stuff. I guess I can play Shrug. Okay, that's good. Stampede helps. Kind of. And I am just going to bloodletting a cascade because I want to try and hit powers here. Oh, we get the Inferno. I played the Ethereal Strike. That's tragic. Okay. We are now moving. We are now moving. I need to kill the queen before I run out of HP from all of my self-damage stuff. Which I think I can do. Rupture is very important here as well. Stampede's so annoying with the queen because you can hit, like, bound stuff. So if I taunt, I can hit a blood wall. Uppercut is just kind of guaranteed value here. I think I just do that. 9 by 3 is like 27 something. So now I can go Rupture. I'm playing an attack anyway. Which uppercut would be really nice, but I need to block this turn. This will block for 12. I want to draw these. I kind of do. So let's taunt the queen. And then just defend for as much as I can. Great. Get through that turn. And now we have Crimson Mantle, we have Rupture. So we're doing okay. And this feels pretty like a good time to go 1-2 punch uppercut. You're attacking for 25, but I do need to kill the queen. But I also need to kill this guy. We'll keep you weak for a very long time. Down to 2. So strike is going to be double played. Not that big of a deal. Checking for 19. When I double play strike, I will block this. I'll let that strike go away. And then I can get stone armor down for better block going forward. We're just trying to grow strength here. Okay, you're gonna die pretty soon, and that's terrifying. Get a bound uppercut. So as long as I don't hit the bound uppercut, which I do, I could have gotten strength and block. Okay, this turn I think you just die. But now I need to handle the queen. And I think I can. I can 1-2 punch. I want to 1-2 punch this uppercut. It's going to draw so many cards. So let's hit anger. That does do a lot of damage. Then I'll uppercut so the queen's weak next turn. Although, I mean, Cascade goes pretty hard here too. Retain this. No, I'll just do it. That is the one that is not ethereal. Perfect. Okay, and then next turn I have that going. Do I just play a bash so I can like kill and gain more strength? She's gonna be weak. She attacks for like 45 or something. I can also use vulnerable potion with vicious to get through. Cascade has some good hits. If I hit Primal Force, that would be unfortunate. I'm gonna play it. I do hit Primal Force. Okay, but she's weak this turn, and that's kind of what matters. Okay, I'm gonna Vuln Potion you now. You attack for 30. You're ethereal. We're gonna play this. Am I? Maybe I'm just okay. Maybe I'm just fine here. I get like 2 turns to handle this. I will play this. Ethereal, you attack for 30. I'll just super block. Take 3. Yes, because now you're weak for another turn. Retain ethereal. Retain ethereal. I think you just die. Okay. Wow, what a queen fight that was. Whew. Okay. That's Ironclad. I get so many comments asking for unlucky runs, and this, I don't think it was a particularly lucky run. We just kind of made it work with what we had. I mean, Pocket Watch is a good relic, but we fought a bunch of elites to get there. So yeah, if you like this run, please consider subscribing. We'll be posting more, and I'll see you there. Wow, this deck needed so many upgrades, but we still made it work. See you next time.